our parents, our grandparents, they suffered, whether they were Dutch Indos or locals. 1945, yes, it's a good thing we remember this every year, year in, year out.
Momentum untuk kita sebagai generasi berikutnya untuk mengenang akan jasa-jasa orang tua kita ataupun
Oke, Bapak Ibu sekalian, saat ini kami bersama dengan orang-orang yang sangat luar biasa. Mereka dari grup Indo, bersama dengan Bapak Ian Ferdinandus, beliau dari The Indo Club Surabaya, dan juga Michael Pasas ya, dari So-Called Indo Amerika. Dan hari ini kita akan berbincang terkait dengan apa yang tadi terjadi di 15 Agustus 2024, di mana kita tadi melihat bahwasanya ada sebuah peristiwa yang menarik, di mana berbagai macam orang dari generasi berbicara tentang apa saja yang akan terjadi dan bagaimana kita melihat perang itu merupakan sesuatu yang tidak baik. Tapi apa yang harus kita kulik dari hal tersebut? Dan saat ini saya berinterview dengan Bapak Michael Pasas. Hello Michael. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Fine, thank you. So, halo juga Unian, bagaimana kabar? Baik, very well ya, semuanya sehat. To Michael first, Michael, what do you think about the commemoration of 15th of August today in cemetery of Mangkuning?
It's a nice suggestion, of course, because what happened in the past should always be remembered. Should never forget, because our parents, our grandparents, they suffered, whether they were Dutch Indos or locals during the Japanese occupation. There's no war without casualties. So, and this war during the Japanese occupation from 42 till 45, 15 August 1945. Yes, it's a good thing we remember this every year, year in, year out, until the last of the Mohicans. That's how I call it,
Yeah.
Our opas or omas, they're still here to talk about it, but once that is gone, it's up to us, the younger generation, those who are viewing now, to take over the torch and pass it to the next one, like the Olympic Games. Paris Olympic Games,
Yeah.
the torch arrives in Paris, Oda, and then after the torch, Tom Cruise takes it to Los Angeles. So same thing with this, what he just mentioned. What is 15 August, how important it is. It's very important that we not forget what happened back then.
The impression about this also make several people maybe forgot in quote. What do you suggest for them in this case?
For those who are interested in our both Indo-Dutch and Indonesian history, because the Indonesian history starts in Hindia Belanda before 17 August 45. That's also your history, your Indonesian history. So how can we avoid that we forget? It's just keeping that flame burning, you need to know anything about your Indonesian history, about your parents, grandparents. How was it living under Dutch suppression, 350 years of Dutch colonialism? It's not something to be proud of, me as a Dutch and American citizen. It's definitely not. So you should dig deeper, not deep dig, dig deeper, and research your Indonesian history that started at 17 Augustus 45. But before that, when your open omas were there, under Dutch regime in Hindia Belanda, you should definitely learn about that. And then you realize, 15 August is for us important, because that was basically for the Indonesians the time to claim your independence from the Dutch. And it happened. 17 August, Hatta and Sukarno declare an independent state, Noma Belanda. But unfortunately, it didn't happen like that. A lot of lives got lost and the bersih of time in the Indonesian Revolution. And therefore, 15 August is definitely something you need to remember.
It's something momentum.
Yes.
Nah, Om Yan, hari ini kita bersama dengan Om Yan. Kita akan bertanya juga, Om Yan, tanggapan Om Yan sebagai orang Indo yang ada di Surabaya bagaimana nih?
Oke, menurut saya peristiwa yang kita peringati tadi adalah sebuah momentum untuk kita sebagai generasi berikutnya untuk mengenang akan jasa-jasa orang tua kita ataupun kepedihan, kesulitan yang dialami oleh orang tua kita di zaman penjajahan yang dilakukan oleh tentara Jepang selama mereka berkuasa di dunia
Nah,
Asia.
di Asia terutama. Terus Om Yan, bagaimana tanggapan Om Yan bagi generasi ke depan, generasi Z dalam hal ini untuk dapat melestarikan apa yang sudah dilakukan oleh generasi-generasi sebelumnya?
Menurut saya bagi generasi yang saat ini sedang beranjak menjadi dewasa, sebaiknya cerita atau pengalaman yang dialami oleh orang-orang tua itu senantiasa diceritakan, diangkat agar supaya generasi yang baru mengerti bagaimana duduk perkara yang sebenarnya, apa yang sudah dialami oleh orang-orang tua kita. Semuanya itu akan menjadi terang dan menjadi jelas kalau ada orang-orang yang mengalami hal itu. Jadi jangan kita terbawa dengan cerita-cerita katanya itu tidak.
Tapi ke depan dalam hal ini semua generasi harus mengetahui bahwasannya mana yang benar, mana yang salah. Baik, Michael, the last but not least, talking about the relation among the Indos, probably Indos in America and also Indos in Surabaya. How would we can connect or interact according to the history of 15th of August in this case?
Oh, it's just very difficult. First of all, you need to create interest in our topic. Today, the topic is August 15. Then, how much is an Indo-American informed about what their parents went through and their grandparents? For them, it's a matter. It's just like the parents, the grandparents were born here in Belanda, and then the Indonesian Revolution, the Siap broke out, so they had to flee to Holland. They were not welcome over there either because they all had a different color as a Dutch citizen, and then it was too cold, and then they moved to America, and then they started a new life. And they had to forget what happened and adjust. So it all depends how they've been raised. If they've been raised the Indo way about you are a product of two cultures, Western and Eastern.
Yeah.
If they're still there, then yes, they are interested, but how far? They are too Americanized. The only thing that's still Indo is the cooking, the expression like atu, lapar, but the real thing, going back to your question, 15 August, it's going to die. Right now, every year, the Indo project is maintaining this 15 August commemoration, but those who are attending are opas and omas. There is no younger generation. So first of all, you need to create the interest in this, and once you're there, but it's very difficult. It's a special sources here in Indonesia. In Holland, there is a big group of followers, and we're interested in our Indo and Indonesian history. But in America, it's difficult. I've been trying since 2012. But it's good that you guys come with this podcast. So there's always somebody who is interested and who also wants to connect with the Indos and Indonesians here, because they've been raised with the idea that they were not welcome here after 17 August 45 because they were basically forced to leave. Yes, they were fine. They were running for their lives, of course, but it doesn't take away that they should never forget where they came from, and that is here. So I'll try to do my best. There's always a handful of Indos or Indo-Americans or Indo-Blanders who are interested.
All over around the world.
Yes, for sure. Because you know, no matter how dark the skin is or how European your last name is, your adat is still here. Your history starts here. Ethnicity-wise, everything, the roots of us Indos is here in Jawa and Indonesia.
Okay.
So it's difficult. And I'll do anything to support you guys, but it's a good thing. You have to start somewhere. And by spreading the word and share the podcast, it always will land in the hand of somebody. Hey, this is interesting. How can I? And that's the power of social media. Share, reshare, and there's always somebody who is interested in our Indo and Indonesian history.
Oke, Om Yan sendiri bagaimana tanggapan Om tentang nantinya ke depan, bagaimana caranya kita bisa menghubungkan antara Indo Belanda atau Indo di Amerika dengan Indo yang ada di Surabaya dalam hal ini?
Menurut saya oleh karena sekarang ini adalah zaman mass media, maka segala sesuatu informasi dengan cepat akan beredar kemana saja, dan seringkali apa yang kita lakukan itu menjadi viral di mass media. Jadi menurut saya adalah tidak sulit untuk mengembangkan apa yang kita buat untuk kebaikan sesama manusia.
Oke.
It's a beautiful example. Indos born before the Japanese occupation. Like my father was born in 30 or 33. So, Om Yan, you were born after the
After war.
beautiful example. How do you, as an Indo, have been raising your kids? Are they still interested in the history of their father, their grandfathers, which is Hindia Belanda? The question you have to ask yourself: how do Indos in Indonesia, who parents and whose grandparents were born in Hindia Belanda, how did they raise their kids? They're Indonesians, even though they're campur, they're mixed, but they're Indonesian, so they live along Indonesian. So that's the whole thing. Same in America, the Indos, how have they been raised? Like Americans, yes, the last name is European, and they look not American, they look Indo, but that's it. So there you have to start. How are Indonesian Indos raised over here, second, third generations? Are they still interested or not? That's the most important thing. Because they are basically, if you put them in a group of people over here, they all look the same, we all look the same, but when you ask for the kapi itu, oh, Van Berg, Passage, itu bukan nama Indonesia, this is a real, that's how you recognize them. And do they feel like how their name is mentioned on the kapi itu, or that's the whole thing. So if they feel like Indonesians, it's difficult to that's the whole thing.
Okay. Thank you, Michael, for the time,
Done.
for all of the things that you have done in Surabaya. I hope that your your efforts
Definitely.
towards the so-called and also your dynamic things happens there will also make the people know that Hindu still exist.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then again, it's all on the person who has that still both pride. You need to have both sides. You need to have that European mentality, but also that beautiful Indonesian mentality, and that makes it Indo very special. It's a world. We are a product of two worlds, and we have to keep that in mind. So,
Thank you, Michael Passage.
you're welcome.
Om Yan Fernandez, thank you also for the communication and also talking today. So guys, terima kasih banyak untuk perhatian dan kesempatannya. Saya dengan hari ini sangat spesial sekali bersama-sama bertemu dengan orang-orang yang luar biasa. Indonesia hebat, orang Indo hebat, kita semua orang-orang yang luar biasa. Dadah!